So it's been 3 years since I lived in Copenhagen. Time flies, to say the least. And for the brief time that I did spend there, it was one of the most impactful periods of my life. I fell in love with the city, I fell in love with the friends that I made there, and prior to that, work was just my number one priority, and I didn't really leave that much time in my life for life. And what I learned there was that there could be a really good balance between life and work, and it truly was where I was most happy. And after that, I moved back to Canada, and now I live in London. And a lot of people ask me, where are you going to end up? Like, where are you going to live? And that is something I still can't answer. And people always bring up Copenhagen. They're like, well, you loved Copenhagen, why don't you move back there? And I just don't think I could. I went to go visit Copenhagen again about a year after I had left, and I went alone, and it was lonely, and it just wasn't the same, and I felt really sad being there. Most of my friends had left the city as well, because they were also exchange students, and it just wasn't the same. What made Copenhagen as great as it was for me was the people that I spent my time with there. And at the beginning of this year, I went on a day trip to Cambridge with a few of my friends, and I was like, oh, we should do more of these trips. I really want to go back to Copenhagen. And then I found out the tickets were super cheap. They were about £10. And so I was like, okay guys, we're going to Copenhagen. Who's coming to Copenhagen with me? We're going. I'm going. I'm gonna go. If you want to come with, you can come with, but it's happening. We're going. And with that, those 4 people that I went to Cambridge with came with me to Copenhagen, along with another 3 people that we managed to convince to come with. And so was the 4-day trip with the Mahalo crew. I won't explain. We went at the end of the semester. We had just finished our work, and we're like, we're gone for the weekend. I felt like a local again, and it was nice to tour my friends around and show them all the places that I found so dear to me. And I went to new places, which was also great. But it's a feeling I can't really explain. And even though it was 2 years since I'd been there, it felt like no time had really passed. I knew if I went back, I couldn't go back alone. And the friends that I went with are new as well, from all over the place. It reminds me of the group of friends that I had when I lived there. Because we are classmates, we spend a lot of time talking about the work that we do. So it was nice just to escape the sort of bubble that we live in London, and sort of relax and talk to each other about other things, and dance stupidly in the living room, and burn so much toast. Be able to just bike around the city, although I did have to lead everyone like the mother duck because no one knew where they were going. And it was just nice. It was cold, but it was warm. It was the definition of Hygge. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I work really hard on it. Hygge. You know what I mean. It was the coziness and comfort of a city that was familiar, and the warmth of friends that are just so nice and supportive, that just always seems so magical about being in Copenhagen. I will definitely go back to Copenhagen at some point, but I have to go with people. The only way I can describe being there is Hygge. 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 I tried. Yeah.
Ready? Okay. 1. Sorry,
That
I
was
was trying to flip
awful.
and I stopped the jump. Okay, we'll let other people have the fun now.